In this video, I want to talk about how to be a person that actually follows through on the things that you say you're going to do. So maybe at the start of last year, maybe even the start of this year, you were like, this is the year that I am going to finally start my YouTube channel, write my book, learn that language. And then maybe a few days, a few months went by and you were like, maybe you forgot about your goals and the things that you set out to do, or maybe you gave it a good go and then life got in the way and you just didn't end up following through. When you don't follow through on the things that you say you're going to do, firstly, it doesn't feel good. Like, it feels bad. You create this open loop in your life. And secondly, it creates a really unhelpful self-belief that you're not a person that follows through. So in this video, I want to go through some really actionable, real things that you can do to become a person that follows through and does the things that you say you're going to do. So whether those things are like routines, plans that you make like with your friends, goals that you've set for yourself, habits that you want to stick to, I want to talk about being a person that follows through on those things. This video is brought to you by the ultimate platform to help you with your learning goals in 2020, Skillshare. I'm going to talk a bit more about Skillshare later in the video, but if you want to get your first 2 months for free, you can click the link in the description down below. So let's talk about doing the things that you say you're going to do by focusing on the thing before the thing. For every good habit you have, there's actually a habit before that habit, and that is called the instigation habit. So I don't just tidy my house every day. I have a timer that goes off and then I get up and I run around and tidy my house. So the instigation habit is the timer going off and me getting up. And I don't just make progress every day. When I wake up in the morning, I look at my daily plan and I read what I set out to do yesterday and then I start doing the work. So the instigation habit is looking at my daily plan every morning. Twyla Tharp, who wrote the book The Artist's Way, talks about her everyday gym ritual, not by talking about the weights training and the strengths training that she does every day, but she talks about her ritual of going outside and hailing a cab. That is her instigation habit. She doesn't focus on the stuff that she does at the gym. She focuses on that instigation habit that gets her to the gym, that gets her kicked off. So Twyla's approach actually matches a study that was done on 123 students observing their exercise patterns. Basically, the researchers wanted to see how strong these students' exercise habits were. And the only pattern that they found for all the people who had a really strong exercise habit was the strength of their instigation habit, the strength of the trigger that got them to do the workout. That was the only factor that predicted long-term success with their habit. So instead of focusing on building a new habit for the year or really just getting better at being more consistent, focus on creating a stronger cue to do the thing that you said that you were going to do. So if you have a morning ritual that you want to pursue of doing meditation every morning, don't focus on the meditation. Focus on what is going to trigger you to do the meditation, when you're going to do the meditation, what's actually going to get you going, what's the instigation habit. The second change that you want to make to become a person that does the things that they say that they're going to do is to start tracking your actions. So a quote by James Clear that I've quoted a few times that I love is, "Every action you take is a vote for the person that you wish to become. No single instance will transform your belief, but as the votes build up, so does the evidence of your new identity." And you know what makes those votes even more powerful? Tracking them. In a study that was done of a bunch of different studies of about 19,000 participants, all of whom were trying to do things like quit smoking, get healthy, lose weight, they found that if the participants tracked their progress, they were more likely to achieve their goal. On top of that, if the more frequently they tracked their progress, the more likely they were to achieve their goal. And if they tracked their progress in a public forum, so they had like a support group of some kind where they announced their progress, they were even more likely to achieve their goals. How can you incorporate tracking into your life to help you to follow through on the things that you say you're going to do? It could be something that you could do like as a daily ritual, just every night before bed, you fill out a little tracker, or maybe if you have a weekly reset process, if you don't, I'll have the video up here and down below. That could be a time where you track all of your actions for the week and you can just see your progress visually. The next thing to start doing to become a person who does the things they say they're going to do is to set middle wins. So as a rule, the farther away the finish line feels, the more middle wins you should set, the more little milestones you should set in between you and the finish line. I actually talked about the power of milestones in my video on how to create your best year yet in 2020. I'm gonna have that linked up here and down below. And it definitely helps in creating like an amazing year, but it also really helps when it comes to following through on the things that you say you're gonna do. Milestones help to build self-efficacy. Every time you reach a milestone, you're like, yes, I am a person that can follow through. I am a person that can do the things I say I'm gonna do. That's why you need more of them in your life. So when you're thinking of a goal like writing a book, not only do you want to have the milestone of write a book, you also want to have the milestone of map out all of the characters, write a skeleton of the book, and celebrate it with all of your favorite people. Get halfway through the whole freaking book. Get to the part where you write the acknowledgements, acknowledge your friends and family, get to snap a photo and send it to them. These are all like meaningful moments, meaningful wins that you will have before you actually get to your main goal of writing, publishing a book. And without actually defining them as milestones, like defining those as big wins, you're probably just gonna pass over them and you won't even notice them when they happen. Like it won't be a big deal to you, which is why you need to set milestones intentionally when you create your goals. Next up, surround yourself with doers. So there is a concept called the network contagion effect, and basically it's all about how the people around you, the friends of your friends of your friends, impact your happiness, your weight, your health, your back pain, amongst other things. Studies actually show that you are 15% more likely to be happy if you are directly connected to a happy person. Also, the closeness of those happy people affect you. So if those happy people are within 1 mile of you, you're even more likely to be happy. It's absolutely wild. So when it comes to being a doer, when you surround yourself by people who are doing things, people who are accomplishing things, you are just more likely to become a person that also accomplishes things and follows through on things. I love my life because I have friends and family that are constantly doing things. One of my friends last year, she quit smoking, she started going to Pilates consistently, she got a raise, she started doing workshops even though public speaking used to scare her. She's just absolutely killing it. And because of her, it's then influenced me to be like, okay, well, I need to play a bigger game. Not in terms of like a competition, but it's just like, well, she's doing it, I also can do that. And that's the effect of having close friends that are doing amazing things around you. This is not a call to throw out your friends who aren't doers, because there are probably a lot of amazing people in your life that maybe aren't people that are into the world of goal achieving or goal setting even. But this is a call to expand your network and meet more people who are doers. Contact people who are doers that you know around your area. You can connect with, join, meetup.com groups, Facebook groups, whatever you can to surround yourself with more doers in your life. The next way to become a person that does the things that they say that they're gonna do is to create a whole lot of small wins in your life. So this is kind of similar to creating milestones. This is all about creating a sense of self-efficacy, a belief in yourself that, yeah, if you want to write a book, you can write a book. If you want to start a business, you can do that. You are capable of that. Just like that belief in yourself, which is really essential. To create a sense of self-efficacy, particularly if your belief in yourself is low, you need to create small wins. And they can be like the smallest of small, but every small win that you build up is, once again, a vote towards your identity. The more votes that you have, the more small wins that you have, the more likely you are to believe in yourself and follow through. So Harvard Business Review did a study of around 12,000 employees where they got them to sort of track themselves at work, and they kept a little diary of how they felt that day, what they accomplished. And they found one big thing in common that influenced all of the employees' productivity and emotions. And that was something called the progress principle. So of all of the things that could boost the employees' motivation, perception, productivity, the main thing that influenced all of them was meaningful work. So getting meaningful work done during the day. And it was the same whether the person was trying to achieve like a big scientific problem or whether the person was delivering a great customer service. It was all about the progress principle. So meaningful wins in their day. So essentially, the more you make meaningful progress on your goals, the more you'll make meaningful progress on your goals. The more you do, the more you'll do. So to start filling your life with small wins, concentrate on just setting a few mini goals every week that contribute to your bigger goals. And set really small weekly goals. So don't think about writing the book, think about fleshing out the characters in the book as the first step. And if you're someone who gets easily overwhelmed when you flesh out goals, don't flesh out the goal. Like, that's okay. Just flesh out what the next action is. That's really all you have to do. It's one step in front of the other. That's not right. It's one foot in front of the other. As more of a life hack, when you are stuck and you absolutely feel like I cannot make progress on my goals, use the magic of a timer. So every morning, every afternoon, go and set a 15-minute timer and say to yourself, like, in this 15 minutes, I will do as much as I can to progress towards that big goal. And that's it. Like, I only have to work for the 15 minutes. If the 15 minutes is up and I'm just like, no, I'm done, I don't want to move forward, that's completely fine. But just set the 15-minute timer. That's your instigation habit. And when the 15-minute timer is up, you can keep going if you want to. And most of the time you will probably want to. If you want to make 2020 a year where you can explore your curiosity, explore your passion, create new skills, then you can with Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning platform that offers a membership with meaning. On Skillshare, there is so much to explore, real projects to create, and support from real life creators. So Skillshare empowers you to accomplish real growth. Skillshare offers classes for real life, that way you don't have to put your life on hold to move yourself forward in your creative journey. You can learn and grow with short classes that fit into your daily routine. There are classes in things like creating a presentation, creating your productivity system. There's a new Murray Andrews class, which is really good on creating your 2020 vision through drawing. And there's also creative things like writing, creative photography, a whole lot of Procreate tutorials and watercolor tutorials. More recently, one of my mini goals is actually to learn about funnels and create a funnel. But there was a really fun class on Skillshare. It was a Skillshare recommended class. I'm gonna have it on the screen in front of me, and as well as the name down below if you are also a business owner that wants to create a funnel. It sounds really boring, but he made it really interesting. It's all about email marketing. And it was really cool to have a mini goal for the start of 2020 and then just immediately have access to a platform with teachers who are experts that could help me to achieve that mini goal. Skillshare is also incredibly affordable, especially when you compare it to in-person classes and workshops. It's less than $10 a month for an annual subscription. So click the link in the description below to get your first 2 months of Skillshare for free. I would recommend starting with Murray Andrews' class if you are a creative person and you want to do a little bit of 2020 resetting. And if you like this video, you might like my video all about how to break your bad habits. So I feel like this video was all about how to build good habits, how to follow through on your goals, routines. The video on the screen is more so about how to break the stuff in your life that just isn't serving you, that isn't doing you any good, how to get out of those habits. I'm gonna have that linked on the screen for you to click and down below. I appreciate you so much, and I will see you soon.